This is TK11697, and this is part 2 of trimming and assembling a Walts Trooper Factory TIE pilot kit, specifically the helmet. This is the final trimmed pieces. As you can see, hope we get this clear. This is going to be the left ear, and on the left ear, it's going to be a little bit bigger than the right ear. I don't know why that is, but it is accurate. That is the way it's supposed to be. And as you can see, I've trimmed down the ear so that there's just a little bit of a lip on the side, and that's going to eventually go over here once the hemispheres over here are attached to the faceplate. You're going to need 4 strips. This is to join the hemispheres together. I'll show you that in the next video. But since you're trimming, you're going to want to cut at least 4, and they should be about 2 7/8 of an inch in length, and maybe an inch thick. I wouldn't go much bigger than that. This is the right ear, and see the right ear is trimmed the same. So you keep the bottom on, and you just make sure that there's a bit of a lip around the side, not too much. It could always be, you could always take it off again once you've assembled it and retrim it if you want to do it a little less. Here is the Mohawk. Again, the way I did it, as I showed in the other video, is I just marked a center point here. I don't know if you could see it, and then a center point up at the tip, and drew lines up to match it so that it has an accurate point right down the middle. These are the 2 hemispheres. I cut this little notch out so that the Mohawk can sit a little better on it. This part facing you should be trimmed down to maybe 1 millimeter or 2 of plastic across the top. It slopes down, and then as we come around the side here, you'll see this is the way the cut should look, with the second indentation cutting down into the first indentation, and then between these 2 bumps here is a curved cut. Again, this is going to be covered by the ear, so you don't have to do it perfectly curved. I only do it curved because if you cut it at a right angle, the plastic could break, and you want to make as many curved cuts as you can. That'll prevent the ABS from splitting. The face mask has the hose area cut out, where normally there'd be the hub and mic tips, but not for this build. That'd be for a TK. There's the, this is optional, but there's the teeth cut out. I like this because it prevents the lenses from fogging up. Even with a fan, it takes some of the load off the fan. And then of course the eyes. Don't worry too much about the top because it's going to be covered by the hemisphere. I'd leave as much on there as possible. Same with the sides. I said you don't need to trim it down too much, so the hemispheres are going to cover that up. And you will wind up probably cutting out more of this area over here, depending on how you're going to attach the hoses. I did that because this is for someone else, and I don't know how they plan on attaching the hoses. After this, it's just a little bit of gluing and some screws. And I'll show you in the next video where those screws go. Alright, that's it.